I throw him down to the floor. Boom. Stomp him in the chest. Bow. Knockout punch. Bow. Tear his ass up.
Cano wins.
What's cracking YouTube, and how's everyone doing? This is the Unchained podcast. I am your host, Cano III, your guide through these streets. Let me take you on a journey. So grab a cup or grab you something to eat as I take you on a ride through these vicious streets. Buckle up. Oh yeah, do one more thing for me. Hit that comment, like, and subscribe to your boy channel, and let me know that you mess with me. Let's get it. So on this episode, we're going to do a little something different. I'm going to take you back to the streets, back to my old stomping grounds, place where I grew up at, and I learned all my street skills. Oceanside, California. Big 760, baby. So, you know, sometimes in the hood, you have these situations to where you may meet a girl, you might not know where she's from, but then when it all boiled down to it, she living in the enemigos hood. And sometimes you have to take a chance to go in the enemy's hood to get a little bit of cooter. That's exactly what happened in this story. In this story, you're gonna be introduced to two characters. They're from the South, but they keep coming all the way up to the north where we located because they messing with a couple local hood rats around the way. The problem is, we also messing with these same hood rats on a daily basis, and we are bound to cross paths. And when we cross paths, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. So now these two characters, they have been frequenting the city now for a couple of months, and it seemed like they was up there every weekend now, hanging out with people I knew, females I mess with, they messing with the same females. I keep hearing good things about them, that they solid dudes. They also bloods. And everybody up on this side, we all Crips. But they seem to be getting along with everybody just fine, so I never even worried about them, or they never even crossed my mind, because they not from up here, and we don't beef with nobody from their area. But it was inevitable that we was gonna butt heads, because I was a hothead, and so were they. And they was from the other side. So anything could have happened at any time. One such instance that I had with these dudes, now remember, I'm still in high school at this time. And high school threw a pajama jam. They was in a pajama jam invited by some females, and they thought it would be wise to start banging on everybody, all the boys that attended the pajama jam. So, you know, by the time they got to me, I had already seen what they was doing. So before they said anything, I turned up on them real quick. They changed their tune when it came to me, and all of a sudden wanted to be friends and start name dropping all the people that we had in common. I mess with your cousin, man. You know what's his name, and then I be at their house all the time. We know each other. So, you know, we shook hands and basically everything was cool. I kicked it with them for the rest of the night. We was all macking the females, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing. After the pajama jam, I even got into it with some other dude at the pajama jam, and they act like they was gonna have my back and fight with me, you know what I mean? So we was really on good terms. Another incident that I had with these dudes was at the Puff Puff Pass concert with Snoop, Exhibit, the East Siders, Eminem, the one that happened in San Diego when all the Damus rushed the stage. Yes, I was at that concert, and yes, it was Damus everywhere. So, you know, as the night progressed, after the Damus rushed the stage, they shut the concert down. And as everybody was leaving, we had to get through a swarm of Damus. And I remember bumping into them two dudes, and they was banging on everybody there too. But for some reason, we didn't get into it, but we locked eyes. And I knew who they was, and they knew who I was. And we just all went our separate ways. But as you can see, our run-ins are getting more frequent, and they starting to get more volatile. It's only a matter of time before this thing boils over. So one day, I had just got out of school and I was getting on the bus, and I always take the bus and go ride to the neighborhood. We all meet up at the Pinks. That's an apartment complex in the hood where we used to, sell drugs, jump people in the back, all the little roughneck activities. We used to do them all in the Pinks. That was like our little headquarters. So one day I'm on the bus headed to the Pinks, and I get a call from one of my OG partners, and he like, hey, such and such and them is over here talking about they saw you at the Puff Puff Pass concert, and all the bloods banged on you, and you was scared to death, and you weren't trying to take no fades, and talking about we need to put you off. You need a DP because you ain't no real Crip. Like, what's going on? I like, who said that? He like, the two characters, they over here talking about you. I'm like, nah. So I can hear all my partners in the background. They all clowning. They all chiming in like, yeah, hey, you need that. He need that. You know what I mean? So like, cause they all know, all my partners, they know that he done instigated something that he's gonna have to back up, cause they all know exactly how I'm gonna react. And I'm gonna react swiftly, and it's gonna be violent. And that was my get down. I never let nobody even get an inch. I'll be right at your neck in 2.2 seconds. So now I'm on this bus ride, about a 30, 45 minute bus ride all the way to the Pinks. And I'm fuming the whole way. And to make it even worse, when I had finally got off at my stop, I seen another person that I knew. And he was like, hey, what's up, man? You got beef with such and such and such? And I'm like, nah, I don't got no beef. He like, man, I just left the Pinks and they over there clowning you, talking crazy about you, talking about you fake and all this, and you need a DP. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm headed over there right now to handle it. And he like, nigga, on the set, you better handle that, because they was talking crazy. So in my head, I got all intentions to step right into the Pinks and handle my business. But when I arrived at the Pinks, the two characters was nowhere to be found. All my partners was still there though. So I asked them like, where they at? Where they at? They looking like, oh, they just left. You just missed them. I'm like, come on, man, what's going on? They're like, I'll just catch them next time. They ain't going nowhere. And I was like, all right, bet. So we just all started kicking it, hanging out. Went to the store, grabbed us a little bit of drink. The liquor store used to sell us a drink to the underage, so we had no problems getting it. And then the homie Dark Dan had some trees. So he like, let's go to my house. We can all kick it over there. My mom gone. So we all start walking across the street to Dark Dan house. We get to Dark Dan house, everybody's just chilling. We playing music, kicking it. Now by this time, I done forgot all about the two characters. I'm blow, about 2-3 blunts up, about a 40 and a half up. So I'm blizzard right now. I'm gone. And then all of a sudden, the phone rang. It's the two characters. So I'm ear hustling a little bit. I'm trying to hear what's going on. And then I hear my partner say, yeah, he here right now. You want to talk to him? And then he hand me the phone. I'm like, who this? I know who it is the whole time. But I'm like, who this? They're like, man, you know who it is. It's such and such and such. So I'm like, all right, bet. I picked the phone up. Soon as I picked the phone up, he like, yeah, I heard you said that you need that or something. I was like, I do. Click. Nigga hung up right in my face. So I gave the phone back to Dark Dan. And all the homies asking me like, hey, what'd he say? What'd he say? What's going on? I said, man, all he said was, I heard you need that. And before I could answer, he hung up in my face. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So they call him back, you know what I'm saying? They get him on the line and they chopping it up. They like, hey, here, he want to talk to you again. I'm like, I'm through talking. At this point, I'm done talking. So they like, all right, well, he said he finna be here in like 5 minutes. So be ready. I'm like, all right, bet, I'm ready. You know what I mean? So I keep sipping. I keep sipping my little 40 and everything. I don't really think he gonna show up. Cause who gonna be crazy enough to show up and get down with me? So time was passing. And about 30 minutes had passed. I don't even think he coming for real. You know what I'm saying? So I just forgot all about it. Next thing you know, we hear a knock at the door. I'm like, oh shit, he done came. So the homies open the door. He's standing right there in the middle of the door. Some flaming red Franklin gloves on. Talking about, yeah, it's a carport right up over here. If we can get on right up over here, let's go. And he just turn around and walk off. So I follow him out the door. Now, I don't see the other dude that's usually with him as I walk outside. And that's the one I really wanted to get down with because he was more my age. This dude right here, he probably like 25, 26. But he's still around here messing around with underage girls and hanging out with underage us, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I wasn't gonna turn it down, but he wasn't the one I wanted to get down with. So he goes straight to the carport and he square up with me. And the first thing he say, he like, you ready, blood? I got super chunkums too, so I ain't gonna take it easy on you. I got super chunkers, I'm finna knock you out. And I must admit, I'm kinda intimidated. But I know I got a good squabble on me too. So I ain't even worried, we finna do this. So he get up on me real fast. He swing, I swing at the same time, I connect first. Pow! Mine dropping. He dropped, I kinda felt him connect with me a little bit, but it didn't feel like nothing. He dropped though, bam, he on the floor, drop. I get on him fast like on some UFC shit. Bam, 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 bam. So, you know, I'm banging him all on the floor. And then one of our mutual friends, he come and he grabbed me and he rushed me. And I remember he says, he ain't one of those other dudes. We don't do him like that. He black. We don't do no black men like this. And he grabbed me and pulled him off. I'm like, what you mean, boy? We squabbling. I'm finna get mine. And he like, nah. Y'all gotta go from the shoulders. We don't do no stomping. We don't do no slamming. We don't do no beating them up on the floor. You just gotta go from the shoulders until somebody drop. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Man, all the squabbles that I get into, man, I be trying to end it fast. I don't got no time to sit here and be going from the shoulders with nobody. But I mean, that's what I guess we did. But me and him, we squaring off from the shoulders. And straight from the get-go, what I recognized was that I'm severely overpowering him. Every time I hit him, he go flying this way. Hit him with this one, he go flying this way. I'm overpowering him by a lot. He don't have a chance. So every time I bang him, he drop to the floor to like prevent me from doing any further damage, and he'll just stay on the floor till he get his wind back and then want to come back up again. So as we squaring up again, from the left, we hear a voice, we hear a lady screaming, telling us, what are y'all doing? I'm calling the cops. So we like, oh man, we apologizing to her. You know, we telling her that we finna leave. She saying she finna call the cops. So everybody just grab everything that they got and we start heading back to the Pinks. So we crossing the streets to go back to the Pinks. And one of my homegirls from the set, who was present when they was talking crazy about me and knows that I'm supposed to catch a fade with him and all this, she sees us walking across the street. It looks like everybody's all kumbaya. So she started, you's a punk. You is a punk. Yeah, they said you was fake. You is fake. Look at you. How you gonna let these fools talk about you like that? and y'all all kumbaya holding hands. And then when he turned to walk past her, she seen the side of his face all broken up, bloody, big old lumps everywhere. And she looked at me and she like, oh, cuz you. I'm like, yeah, you know what it is. You know what's going on. I said, we finna go finish in the back. You know what I'm saying? Come watch. And so we all just walked to the back of the Pinks where we was gonna finish our scrap. We get to the back of the Pinks. Everybody done pulled up parking benches, chairs. They rolling blunts. They passing 40s around. They acting like they at the drive-in movie theater or something. Meanwhile, me and John squaring off. And it's crazy because like the back of the Pinks, it only got a little short strip where we can square off at. And then there's a steep hill that goes up. So it's like, we really ain't got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We really coming from the shoulders now. And it's still the same. I'm still dogging him. He's still hitting the flow, pretending until he catches breath and then want to come back again. Every time he get up, he say, nah, blood, for real. You got hands though. I give you that. You got hands, but you just big though. You just big though, but you got hands. You got chunkles, blood, but you gotta knock me out. You gotta knock me out. So I'm like, man, come on, man. Like, I'm not finna be able to do what I wanna do to him, just giving him a 2-piece or a 1-piece, and he hitting the flow flopping, you know what I'm saying? So I turned to my cousin, who's like his only sympathizer. He got one sympathizer there, and it's my cousin. And cause they both from the same side. I tell him, I say, look, this the last time I'm finna let him get back up. I'm not playing no more. He your homie. You his only sympathizer. And if he wanna go back, if he still wanna fight, I'm telling you right now, I'm finna dog him. Ain't no more getting me off of him. Ain't no more, you know what I'm saying, going from the shoulders. That's over, that's out. So my cousin look at him and say, you still wanna fight? And he like, yeah, blood gotta knock me out. Blood gotta knock me out. I look at him and I'm like, you sure? Cause I ain't playing with you no more. And he like, you gotta knock me out, blood. So this time when we square off, I get up on him fast. I'm in attack mode now. I get up on him fast. He backing up because I guess he can sense I'm in full blown mode now. So he backing up real fast, and he run into the one of the benches, one of the tables. Man, he run into the table. I'm already like, before he can even react, I'm on him. Pow, pow, pow. I give him a cool little 3-piece. He roll up off the table and try to start running. I'm still up, I'm on him, I'm back up on him again. As soon as he look back up, I hit him again. He kind of go to the floor, grab at my leg, he got my leg. So I kind of get him up off my leg with a little cool little little uppercut underthrow. Get him up off me. He go rolling over the corner, he try to run. Now he trying to take off and run. And I chase him down. I hawk him down. As soon as I get up on him, he throw like one of them wild, he throw like one of them back desperation throws. And I grab his hand like I'm Bruce Lee or something. I grab his hand. As soon as I grab him, I throw him down to the floor. Boom! Stomp him in the chest. Bow! Knockout punch. Bow! Tear his ass up. Walk away like I'm Muhammad Ali or something. You know what I'm saying? All the homies, I Dark Dan in the back talking about, no, please just stop. You know what I mean? So my other partners, they looking like this is another day. They already know what I do. I do damage, you know what I'm saying? So I go sit down at the table and grab me a 40 and take me a sip. He finally gets up, walks up on me, shakes my hand, and he acknowledges that I'm the better man, that I won, and I got hands, and my hands do work. You know what I'm saying? So we actually all just sat there chilling, rolling up, drinking a little bit, and just, chopping it up about whatever was going on. But I know him deep down inside, I was a little bit worried because he's from a neighborhood that's about 2 to 3 times bigger than mine. and they known for the gunplay. So now I know I gotta watch my back up out here. And that's the end of the story. This episode took us back to the streets of the neighborhood where I grew up, Oceanside, California. Big 760, baby. I hope you learned something. Never underestimate a person or judge a book by its cover. You never know what you're gonna get. Hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to the Unchained podcast. If you stayed this long, hit that subscribe button, like, and leave a comment. Remember, you only got one life to live. Live it to the fullest. Let's go.